Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a good spiritual Pesach. Now that we finished Pesach, we're starting the period of the Omer. And one of the most common questions is about listening to music during this time of the Omer. And all of a sudden, everybody is depressed that they need to listen to music. It's one of those things. So regarding that, there are many opinions. And some opinions say that the prohibition of listening to music really starts after Rosh Chodesh Iyar, because during this whole month of Nisan, it should be joyous and so on and so forth. And that, of course, includes Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israeli supposedly Independence Day. There's no halachic permission to celebrate that with music and so on and so forth. But regardless of that, people find it's very difficult for many people. Even if we're talking about a short period of time, a few weeks. Generally speaking, there are some opinions that hold that since Beit HaMikdash was destroyed, music should not be listened to begin with. And the Mefarshim deal with the issue, and they say, well, that's really more contemporary Mefarshim deal with the Poskim deal with the issue in terms of that's not live music, only live music, and not recorded music, and so on and so forth. There's a whole argument about it. Some people that I know in Yerushalayim, they live in Jerusalem, don't listen to music at all. At all. And the reason is because of Beit HaMikdash, the destruction of Beit HaMikdash. How could we listen to music and rejoice when Beit HaMikdash and the singing of the Leviim is not in place? It's kind of hypocritical on our behalf. Well, whether it's difficult or it's not difficult, it's just a matter of an attitude. It's just like almost anything else, it's a matter of an attitude. For example, if somebody's parent died, they can't listen to music for a whole entire year. And for whatever reason, after a while, it's okay. I thought it would be very difficult for me not to listen to music for a year after my father passed away. And it wasn't difficult. I needed that quiet. And that brings us to a different point altogether. I read the research about the fact that our life is surrounded with noise all the time. I mean, there's noise and music everywhere we go. I mean, you go to an elevator, there's music. You go to a supermarket, Jewish supermarkets, there's music. I guess depends on how the kashrut level of the place based on the type of music they play. So, if they have to play like, Hasidic, super Hasidic music, it's a good kosher place, I guess that's the way it is. It's so funny to see the non-Jewish workers all of a sudden humming to some, to Jewish music. It's like bizarre, man. But always surrounded, the telephone, the rings that we have on the phones, it's constant bombardment of the mind with noise and music, and it's ongoing, and it's everywhere. Something that used to be simple, like a ring of a telephone, now it's like a whole symphony that people are playing. It's crazy. But alongside with that, the quality of music has decreased. There's really hardly any good music being made of recent years. The more external music and noise we hear, the lower the level of music, to the fact that the music is not harmonious, and the most part is just a gathering of beats that they put together. There's no structure to it. Nothing like a nice baroque or jazz or even blues. I mean, this is like some really heavy stuff, some really good stuff. And so why is it that we listen to the music they put up today? Even country music is not country music anymore. It's just like pop. And when they use the term pop, it means popular music. And I say it's just like a pop. Just a song, pop, just it's not music, it's just noise. And I think the reason that we listen to this kind of music, and I think the reason for this quality of music, and overall I would say the quality of our lives together with it, is the lack of quiet time in our lives. The lack of quiet times. There's no moment that we actually sit down and we contemplate and we think and we say, what should I do? Is this right? Is this wrong? Think about things. We never do that. And I think somewhere along the line, the powers that be, all these, whoever is that matrix over there, doesn't want us to think. The people who are in charge don't want us to think. Don't want us to take an account of what we do, to evaluate, to examine, to ask, is this something that I should be doing? Or this policy is good, or this thing is good, or this is bad, and what I like and what I don't like. They keep bombarding us with noise and music and ongoing bombardment to the point that we can't even think anymore. After my father was niftar, after the year, I can tell you that, from year to year, by the way. First of all, from year to year, that we don't listen to music. There's 2 periods of time that we don't listen to music. During the Omer and in the 9 days. I can tell you for a fact, and that was especially after my father was niftar, my taste in music had changed dramatically. The things that I'm willing to listen to have changed dramatically. So, when you're coming now, right around the corner, is going to be Rosh Chodesh, okay, we still have some time to go, but it's going to be Rosh Chodesh Iyar, and then you cannot listen to music. You're looking at things wrong. Don't look at the fact that there's no noise, what you call music, in your life. Look at what you actually have, and that is a chance and opportunity for quiet, for silence in your life. And silence is more important many times than music. As I said to somebody, it's not necessarily what the person is saying, is what he's not saying. So dedicate this time that you have now, not on complaining and trying to find loopholes. I'm depressed, I'm not. If you are really depressed and the doctor has prescribed to you to listen to music, okay, that's a different case. But most of us are not clinically depressed. We just want noise. We want noise because somewhere along the line we don't want to think. We don't want to evaluate. We don't want to ask questions about our lives and what we're doing and why we're not doing and so on and so forth. The meaning of our life, if there is a meaning to our lives. So during this time that we have now, take advantage of that. Take advantage of the opportunity that you have to not listen to music, but to gain silence. And you'll see that most likely probably the level of your anxiety would lower down. Your quality in music, the taste of your music will change. Your quality of music that you're listening to, and overall the quality of your life. And I'll tell you this, if you're going to take a break from listening to music, you're going to actually appreciate music more. So if music is so important to you, take a break from it, just like anything else. The same thing as we have in Taharat HaMishpacha. It's a good thing to separate from your wife for 2 weeks so you could actually look forward to be with her. So it's the same thing lahavdil with music. So Rabotai, it's attitude adjustment. And I think we all need it and look forward for it. And that, have a beautiful musical day.